And my little niece is just like me, bro, joking wise. One time she got in trouble in school so bad that she had a parent-teacher conference, right? And you know, being an uncle, that's every uncle dream for their niece or nephew to come up to him and say, I got in trouble at school. I don't want my mama to find out, so can you come up to the school for me? I damn near cried. I said, girl, yes. For the day of her parent-teacher conference, I went up to the school, but I seen my sister. I said, what you doing up here? She said, the school called me for my daughter. I'm finna see what they want. That's when I realized. I said, I forgot the school got your number. And we go to the office and we see my little niece. My little niece looked at her mama. Then she looked at me and we started speaking in code. She gave me that look like, what the hell she doing here? I gave her a shrug like, The principal come in the office and get to telling us what happened. She said, yeah, your daughter has been joking around with the new art teacher, saying extremely mean things. I'm finna tell him to come down so he can explain this side of the story. So she called the new art teacher down. He come down. He had green paint on his forehead, green paint under his chin, and he had an eye patch, and he was short, white, and stubby. I whispered to my niece. I said, that's him. She said, yeah, his big ass looking like the green peppermint. I said, shh, girl, stop cussing. He said, yes, I'm the new art teacher. That's why my face is like this, and I was trying to get to know the class, but your daughter kept being rude to me. My sister said, what she say? The art teacher said, yeah, when I was little, I had lost my eyeball in a car accident. He get quiet. I break the silence. I'm like, what? You want us to feel sorry for you, motherfucker? What my little niece say to you, man? He say, so I walked in the classroom trying to introduce myself. I say, hello, kids. Do you guys want to know my name? So your daughter proceeded to say, oh, no, thank you. We don't want to know your name. We already know your name. And I asked her, what is my name? So he turned to my little niece and he asked her, like, and what did you say? My little niece get quiet. My sister turned towards her and said, what did you say? My little niece say, I said his name was Mike Wazowski. I say, Mike, what? The little green one-eyed motherfucker from Monsters, Inc. Our teacher said, I didn't know who he was, so I looked him up, and I said, yeah, this green paint on your face don't make the shit no better. Teacher said, oh, that's not all. She said, she had a couple of jokes for my ass. I say, there's more? Do tell. Our teacher say, I asked everybody what they want to do for a living as a career, and I asked your daughter, and she said she wanted to be a singer, so I asked her who was her favorite artist. And he turned back towards my niece and asked her, like, and what did you say? My little niece get quiet again. Now my sister getting upset. She start talking right now. And my little niece nervous. She said, I said I don't have no favorite artist, but his favorite artist might be Fetty Wap. Our teacher said, I didn't even know who Fetty Wap was. I said, what the fuck? You been living under a rock your whole life or something? He said, I looked up who Fetty Wap was and I couldn't take that type of disrespect. I said, shit, I don't see how you could take that type of disrespect from the first joke. I would have been fucked up. Our teacher said, I get it. She's making it front of my eye, but this the one that made me want to have a parent-teacher conference. He said, so I asked the class, do you guys have any questions? And your daughter raised her hand and I asked her, what's your question? Would you mind telling your mom what's the question you asked me? All of niece still nervous. She said, I asked them how many alphabets is in the alphabet. Our teacher said, I told her there's 26 alphabets in the alphabet. She told me, no, for you it's 25, for us it's 26. Our teacher said, how come y'all alphabet has 26 and mine only has 25? Tell them what you told me. Now I was drinking water when my niece said this, bro. He said the only reason why your alphabet has 25 instead of 26 is because your alphabet missing an I. I spit that water out. I said,